Wow, what? I'm gonna do that the whole time.
Good day, you. It is I, Galaxy Productions, and today I am joined by the Film Fellas.
Not
Nah,
we
we cousins.
cousins.
All right, that's just how we talk down here. Anyway, I am joined today by Zaina and Royal. Say hi,
Good
guys.
morning.
Hello.
This podcast is long overdue. I wanted to do this podcast back when Sinners first came out, but life got in the way. But we're here now, right after the Oscars.
Woo!
Did anybody catch the Oscars?
Hell no.
I did not.
Yeah, me either.
Very busy weekend.
Yeah.
I
Well,
do know
I'll-
facts,
You
so
do know facts. Yeah. Well, let's test your knowledge. Sinners was up for 16 a record-breaking 16 nominations this year.
indeed.
Why?
Do you know how many it ended up winning?
From what I saw on TikTok, which is not very helpful, 2.
2.
16.
Okay.
It won them all.
I really wish it did.
Yeah,
It won
no.
4. It won
Okay.
4.
Or
Yes.
this is racist. It's racist. It's rigged.
It has to be.
I will say this
Yes.
though. I will say that Michael B. Jordan got Best Actor.
Woo!
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Yay!
It obviously won Best Original Score,
Yay!
Best Original Screenplay, but also making history last night, the first ever woman to win an Oscar for Best Cinematography, Autumn Durald Arkapaw,
Who that?
won. She's a cinematographer. She has done Wakanda Forever,
Oh wow,
The
really?
Last Show Girl, The Good Time Girls 1 and 2. The Sun is also a star. Teen
Mhm.
Spirit. I think the only film that I saw her do Sinners and Wakanda Forever.
Oh wow.
But
Okay.
obviously the cinematography in this film was amazing, right?
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Do you guys know much about the actual workings of the cinematography? Does that interest any of you guys?
They use that film that people don't really use anymore. I don't remember.
Ultra Panavision 70 millimeter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they used for the ultra wide shots, and they meshed it with the standard IMAX 70 millimeter.
I'm not well versed in cinematography,
That's totally fair. Never mind.
but there are some shots that I liked.
What shots do you like?
Well, would it be saying cinematography if I said like I liked how they portrayed both Smoke and Stack in the same scene?
Yeah, that's part of cinematography.
Yeah.
That was a combination of compositing and layering 2 shots. So they had a stand-in for both Smoke and Stack and had Michael B. Jordan interact with those actors. Then went into post, and they had this rig that was able to capture every angle of Michael B. Jordan's face and put it on the stunt actor.
It looks delicious, like Annie's food.
Yeah.
With the stale grease?
Yes. Well, stale grease never hurt nobody.
I don't know. It didn't seem to pan out for
For all cornbread.
being kind to one another.
Being kind of one another.
Oh yeah.
My voice is dead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, let's get to the root about
The meat.
about the
black
meat and
roast.
potatoes, the catfish with the stale grease. What about this film speaks to the both of you?
For me, I feel like this film is like it was something really different from what I've seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, words are escaping me at the moment. It's,
Okay.
let's fill in while I catch my thoughts.
Take your time.
I think it's the music because I think about when I first saw the movie Harriet, and I was like, dang, this is like a good movie. Like about history. And then Sinners also kind of has that history feel to it.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
I will say the score and the music really goes well with the entire movie. Like you can't like listen to it and then not like connect it to a scene or like
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much to love.
Indeed.
from the very rich blues to the hardcore synth that happens like just during a very specific turning point of that movie. That's more of Ramek's department.
Yeah, it's towards the middle of the movie, right? Or like,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah.
that scene.
Mhm.
Like how often do you come across a movie where you can say that scene and know exactly what scene you're talking about? Like that really speaks to everything that went into, I guess, making this film, you know?
Yeah.
Um there's like I said, there's a lot to love. You were listing things that you liked about the movie.
For me, I like the characters a lot.
Mhm.
What really spoke to me was all the different characters coming together.
Yeah.
And like
Being kind to one another.
exactly being kind to one another.
Yeah.
Like their relationship. Ugh, words are escaping me. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Take your time.
Such is life.
Characters feel very, very lived in and belong in the film.
Mhm.
Every character has a purpose, and you basically have two sides within this film of conformity and tradition.
Mhm.
And those who play into the hand of conformity, that's mainly our main antagonist, want to band together and leave behind what makes one original and band together to, I guess, have fellowship and love but sacrifice autonomy.
Well,
Whereas
sure.
the biggest advocate for individuality throughout all this is Sammy, and how he wants to play music and not be known as preacher boy for the rest of his life, and or be a preacher himself. And each character is very intentional in the role that they play within, I guess, the canvas that is this movie.
So he wants to use his
Period.
gifts as like a way to change, make a name for himself, rather than everyone just or the antagonist trying to almost use his powers for a different
Mhm.
cause.
Yeah, that's like saying, "Oh, what you have makes you special. Bring that over to us, and we can use that for our devices." You know?
I never actually understood what he did. Like, I understand that he at the scene of the juke joint where he was singing and
Mhm.
it caused everything to happen. But like, was that supernatural at all?
Yeah, totally. They talk about at the beginning that music has a way of accessing the past, present, and future. You know, um,
Yeah.
so it's basically calling out to the ancestors and calling out to music is a very spiritual language. So
Right.
when you have somebody that's a vampire and very distant from all things familiar, you kind of have to have this hollowed out version of that. You would want something that's able to bring people together and really just I guess have these endless possibilities for this one side of conformity.
Yeah.
Because he bring Ramek is Irish and carries his folk songs with him, and obviously the people that he turns sing "Oh Will You Go Lassie Go," "Rocky Road to Dublin," "Pick Poor Bob and Queen." That's his shtick, and we can also touch on the uh, brilliant choice of making the main antagonist also um, a part of the Americans population that's been often discriminated against. That's his whole thing. There's a transcendence that happens with Sammy's ability to communicate, and that's what makes Sammy so special.
Yeah.
Whereas Ramek was under the influence the of the Catholics. You know, a lot of his culture was washed out, and he had to conform.
Good rule of thumb for me whenever I'm like watching a movie and there's something that like something supernatural happens, right,
Mhm.
out of the norm. I usually throw a lot of logic away when it comes to like different things that don't get explained
Yeah.
that kind of make no sense.
Mhm.
Like, how did he learn to tap into, you know, the
Yeah.
power of his ancestors? But
That's a very valid question, and I think the answer is probably that he didn't. You know,
mm,
it wasn't something that said, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to the ancestors." It was more of like it's a purely spiritual thing that happens without him knowing. They're just all plugged into
Feeling.
same pipeline. Yeah, same feeling. As it's art, a lot of things still open to interpretation. So, whatever rationale you assign to it I guess, take that and run with it.
Like Mary ran out that building.
Yeah.
she ran so
Um,
fast.
he
She
did.
hopped out of there. I literally vision that in my head right now.
Sprinting full speed.
Speaking of characters, who's everybody's favorite character?
Ooh.
Easily cornbread.
Fair. So
But
fair.
my real favorite character it probably is um Stack.
Yep.
Zach? Yeah. Zach's the fun one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I love me some Annie.
Yeah. Annie is really, really hard not to love. I like Smoke. Smoke's cool. I also really like Remick.
I feel like in movies like this, it's like I almost never want to pick the main characters of my favorite because like I want
Yeah.
to be different. But it's like they were just so good
Hmm.
in every scene that they did. Where
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of hard not to pick them.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like it's so easy to forget that Smoke and Stack are played by the same guy.
They
Same
are.
fella.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, this what's his name? Do you know Michael Jordan, the basketball player?
I heard him in passing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah.
Jordan.
I think he's doing movies now
Oh
or
Oh.
really?
something like that. Yeah.
I have him on my shoes.
Yeah.
I have some center shoes then.
That's
Oh yeah.
awesome.
That's perfect.
Be cool.
Yeah. What if like halfway through the movie you just had a wreck like let us all in and stop it. Get some help.
Get some help.
I love that scene where Stack
Mhm.
he cut off Rick's head and then just like shot a 3-pointer like a basketball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Best scene.
totally. But yeah, so there's it. I think Michael B. Jordan does a fantastic job of just
Stop it.
stepping gets him out of playing two sides of a very interesting coin.
Undeniably, probably one of the
Yeah.
best performances. And I feel like that whole gimmick of playing two characters
Mhm.
with the same actor is like it's not oversaturated in movies, right? First of all. And second, it was so unique and it got so many people into watching the movie in general.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh my god. It got me for sure. It was like, oh my
Mhm.
god, how is he playing both characters at once?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I've only
It,
really seen that before in like TV show. Like Disney Channel Liv and Maddie.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And to see it executed in this way when there is live and match. That's pretty. It's pretty awesome.
Indeed.
What's crazy is that that movie came out, and then I'm not sure if you watched it, but Mickey 17 also came out and it had the same premise. Where
Yeah.
Oh.
there were two Robert Pattinsons. I believe it's his name. I forgot.
Yeah, the Ryan Penson.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Royal, we I guess a lot of this happened because you posted um I think yeah you posted on Instagram or something. You're going through you put like a tier list
Yeah,
of 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 films
my
from
top
2025.
5 movies of 2025.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I guess I'm really curious how you decided what was like this needs to be top five. This wasn't great. This was not it. Um, so yeah, what was your rationale? I guess
So whenever
compiling
I'm
your
ranking a
top five.
movie, right,
Yeah.
I base it off of like things of like, okay, was it emotional for me? Was it cliche? Was it if it's a comedy, did it make me laugh genuinely, or is it just like haha? If it's a
Yeah.
drama, is it actually like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next, or is it predictable? If it's an action, it's like, oh, is it verbatim?
Yeah.
Um, for Sinners, the moment I watched at least 15 minutes of it, I was like, yeah, this is top 5 for sure.
Mhm.
Because it explored new concepts of, like I mentioned before, of him playing both roles.
Yeah.
It explored like a different take on what happened in the time period of
Mhm.
like Jim Crow and
Yes.
how the discriminated were
Yeah.
had their own sense of community and everything. The score, the opening scene for sure, it was just like a shock of like because what's going on, and you realize. I believe
Totally.
the film is listed as a horror.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That I
Yeah.
did not get any horror vibes off of. For me
Really?
at least. No. It wasn't scary. It was more of a thriller than a horror.
Yeah. 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 I think it can be both. I think there's that. It can be both.
I would love to see your take on how it's a horror movie.
Okay.
Action, it's
Well,
classified as a horror action. Action for sure.
yeah. Well, I think the easiest answer to that question, vampires.
But they're not
um,
Mm,
scary vampires.
I mean, yeah, but also in I'll actually talk about that beginning sequence as well, where there's a lot of that interspliced foreshadowing from that perspective, but of the ending sequence.
yeah, or remake is
um,
like flashing in.
Yeah, I at first thought that this was going to be one of those like really cheap jump scares, and I think there are a couple of those in here, but like the one with the snake, that was a little unnecessary. Um, but I think what it does is it really puts you into this state of, oh, um, there are there are stakes that are see what I did there, stakes. There
Yeah.
are there are there are elements sort of beyond our comprehension that are going to unfold in front of us. And especially when you had that sort of lead in of Annie talking about the power of music and how that has the ability to um, commune with past, present, future, but also evil spirits.
Right.
Um, which is actually which speaks to why I was kind of disappointed that the reveal of the of vampires being a thing in this movie was, I was like, and you lost me.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a little dumb because she was talking about haints, and I was like, okay, this could be fun. Let's see what's going on here. But then we get to something a little bit more familiar with vampires. It's like, all right, well, now I'm starting to feel like I've seen this movie. They ended up making it work, obviously, and I think that vampires were utilized pretty well, um, especially like when you come back to the idea of conformity and how there's an element of inviting it into your life,
Yeah.
um, accepting it as your reality. So I think based off that, vampires makes total sense. I just wanted something a little bit more obscure.
Yeah, little less mainstream than vampires.
Yeah.
I honestly I
Yeah.
like the vampires though a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw
Totally.
it, I was like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Like especially because it was the mix of like vampires being in this time frame.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, like that's I've never seen that before, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Especially it's like them being such a hive mind.
Oh yeah. Totally. Vampires are a lot trickier, and their their mythos is a lot different than a lot of other monsters.
Hmm.
Um, I like the idea that that one of the key features of being a vampire is that they see that it's impolite to thrust upon the vampire ways. You have to let them in.
Yeah, you have to invite them to.
Yeah, and traditionally, like Count Dracula being a very dapper, distinguished vampire, it's like, oh, well, he's just a gentleman that bites people. And to sort of, I
Right.
guess, take that imagery away and make it more rugged and fit within this time period, I think that was pretty successful. And then also making him Irish, completely different. To answer your question about horror, I think that element of you have a lot more supernatural aspects of it. That's really, I mean, at the end of the day, you've got a bunch of people fending for their lives. I think that's pretty horrific. And a lot of nasty shit happens.
I was thinking about the scene like when they're getting ready to fight all the vampires outside, and I'm like,
Mhm.
where did all these extra people come from?
They were there.
Did
There
they
was a
eat
lot of
the garlic?
no, they didn't. Oh, you're talking about when everybody else left and there are extra people in the.
The background is dying to the
Yeah,
vampires.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
okay.
noticed that too. My before Grayson
Yeah.
goes, I guess my theory was like maybe they were always just there, but we
Mhm.
were as the audience we were focused on the core like members of the group.
Yeah. Yeah, Royal, you're right on the money. There's some deleted scenes where or sequences where we actually see more of these characters. They're not prominent, but we see them
Mm,
around. Their their presence is like kind of like, oh, you're here, but also when you're talking about running a facility and you've got people that are supposed to be working or bouncers, them being there makes sense. Not they didn't leave with everybody else because they still on the clock.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Of course, it would be nice to have that be more that having that clarity would be nice. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I think like it took me a couple watches to go, oh yeah, that's that's why they're there. How would you fare if you're confronted with vampires? We'll start there.
What kind of vampires are we talking? Are we talking Twilight?
We're talking about sinners vampires.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. If that was me, I would just get turned. I would ask to be turned as painless as possible. Like
You
probably
would
on like
ask,
yeah, I would ask
the
if we were
quickness.
like fighting. I'd be like, yeah, I want to live forever. Um, with my family, I'd be dope as fuck.
yeah.
I don't know how Smoke was like. I don't know how you did it because if my brother asked me, I'd be like, yeah,
That also comes back down to the conformity where Stack will blend in, whereas Smoke will not. He's who he is, has his principles, and he's very stubborn in that way.
yeah,
That he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that, even if you are my brother. That's just the character. But totally, Zeno, when we were living in Santa Cruz, uh, I remember you were standing at my doorway, and you were basically doing the and I eventually let you in, and you're like,
First
you would have
mistake.
died. Yeah,
You would have died
you would have died.
because I'd act exactly the same as I always do. You wouldn't know, and you'd let me in.
Yeah, I guess I get bit.
Like your dad just knocked on the door,
Mhm.
and you let him in. You would have died
Well,
right
um,
there.
well, you know what? That's totally fair. But like, I also you've seen my big ass stick in the corner. Like,
What's
if
that
I
gonna do?
You have a stake?
hold on, I'm gonna turn on the camera for this. This is crazy.
Got a
Hold
steak in your room? Is it medium rare?
Oh
A
my
steak.
god.
That's not gonna do nothing.
I don't know. I see. Look right here.
No.
It's so blunt. You just be poking them.
Yeah.
So, quick side tangent. I found this stick. I was a senior in high school, and I found this stick. And I loved it so much that I brought it home,
That's
and it
valid.
has
Mm.
resided in the corner of my bedroom since 2022.
You're like one of
So
those small dogs who find the biggest stick and just take it home.
yeah, but like, I'm not the only guy that does that, right? Like you guys find a stick and bring it home.
I collect rocks, not sticks.
I think this is within the same vein.
I suppose.
No, no royal, no stick, no
No,
rocks.
no stick for
Okay.
me. Maybe when I'm like when I'm on like a trail or a hike, I see a big stick, I pick it up, but not
Yeah.
home.
No.
No home.
No home for the stick.
Yeah. Well, you can't bring every stick that you've got. It has to be
Ooh,
special. Says the rule of stick.
there's a rule to the stick.
I don't know. I mean, there is now.
But back to if we would survive. That's a good question. Damn, I got distracted by the stick.
Yeah, and that's when a vampire would come in my truck.
See,
And
but
go,
the thing
ah!
is, I'd be mad at Grace. Grace would go first. She
Oh
would let
yeah,
these people
Grace.
in. I understand. You're angry. Your husband's out there, and then you've got a daughter at home. Do not put me in danger for that reason.
Everyone gets
I
mad
will
at Grace,
push
but
you
I
outside.
think she her crash out was reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely reasonable.
Well, yeah. No, 100% valid and justifiable, but also really annoying.
Yeah, pissed. Like,
It's
what the
like, oh
hell?
man.
I'd leave. Everybody's focused on fighting downstairs. I leave. I go
Yeah.
unnoticed. Hopefully. I wouldn't be there in the first place.
What you wouldn't go? You wouldn't go to a club
I
in
don't
the
do parties.
1920s? That's true. That's true.
Right at
Yeah,
home,
but
sleep in my bed.
yeah.
How were most of them getting money anyways?
They're not.
uh,
They were all
they're
broke.
they're
Yeah, but
sharecroppers, so
yeah, but like
they're more or less paid in kind, and like wooden nickels, stuff that's like not worth it. And obviously
Hmm.
sharecropping is was not optimal. It was basically just legal slavery. They're not making worthwhile money, but they're making some sort of currency. I
oh,
forgot that this movie takes place during prohibition. So alcohol is a very big deal in this. The whole concept of alcohol, it's a very taboo subject.
Hmm.
It doesn't really take center stage in this movie much, but I just realized that it's a thing.
It's important.
Yeah. I do kind of want to circle back to the idea of conformity. Just out of curiosity, how often do you feel like it's necessary to conform to the world around you to live a more prosperous life?
um, I feel like I do it a lot. You adjust to your environment
Mhm.
and do things that seem normal,
Yeah.
normal-ish. For me, at least, I would say I'm a frequent conformator.
Frequent informative. Yeah. No, that's understandable. Especially I guess there's a term, um something, is it a social chameleon?
Oh,
Oh yeah, okay. A social chameleon is individual behavior, attitude fit into various social environments, often to be liked, avoid conflict, or gain acceptance. Oh yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about.
So it's almost like code switching.
Yeah, code
Yeah.
switching. That's a very, very good term for it. Yeah, where you're a completely different person around one group of people versus another, versus by yourself.
Mm.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Taylor?
talking like example trends and stuff. Like when everyone was buying hydro flasks and they thought going was cool.
Yeah.
I can't say that I do that too often,
Mhm.
but I got my moments.
Yeah.
But I also don't usually care what people think. So it's
Mhm.
just like I don't need a hydro flask. I've got this nice plastic bottle of water that I reuse.
Yeah. That's solid. Very respectable. Um. Actually, going back to you, Royal. What are some environments where you feel that code switching is um essential?
I mainly do it to make my friends feel comfortable. Like, let's
Mhm.
say I'm driving a friend, right? And then
Yeah.
a friend likes certain music, but I, you know, want to make them feel comfortable. So I won't play my music. I'll
Mhm.
play something I know they like,
Okay.
right? That's one example. Or like,
Yeah.
and let's say that B friend joins. Okay, I will do that and that. I'm not gonna play something that makes them uncomfortable. You
Mhm.
know, like I'm not gonna mention stuff that makes them uncomfortable. That's when I feel like it's appropriate to code switch.
Mhm. Yeah. When the stakes are relatively low, doing something to make the people around you feel included and valued.
Yeah,
That won't get you in trouble, or it might. You might turn into a vampire, but for the most part, yeah, that's pretty thoughtful.
I do it very often too. Not even just that small example, but like getting into more depth about like conformity
Yeah.
and doing odd things, things that seem odd on an outer perspective, but normal to your environment.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are different, right?
Yeah.
So it's like something that seems weird to you might be normal for them. So you change
Mhm.
yourself to like almost fit in with them. I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's interesting. I feel there. I've often felt, um, like growing up and going through, especially middle school, feeling bad about who I am, and feeling like it's wrong to enjoy things that are not popular. It's pretty it's kind of sad that a lot of people feel that way, and are just like they code switch because it means that if they don't,
They won't
they
be as
have
accepted as they were if they
they won't exactly. We should bring back individuality.
exactly instead of this like society of everyone's the same. There's no uniqueness to it.
For sure. On that note, what's something that is very personal to both of you. That's like this is what I'm known for.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Really separates you from the crowd.
I feel like I'm known for my kindness.
That's a very good
I
thing to be known
guess
for. You guess?
that that and my ability to blend into situations.
Mhm.
Like I'm an expert code switcher.
Yeah. Interesting.
I literally had an hour convo about like buying tickets to the Living Tombstone,
Mhm.
and then also talked to my cousins about like the blackest shit ever. like like I'm talking like collard greens and chitlins type shit, and then like going to FNAF, talking about that lore.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, that's a perfect prime example. What about you, Zana?
I'd say being able to make someone smile, even if it's like a really tough time. For example, family stuff's going on, but I'm able to make one of my family members smile when I've heard other people be like, I haven't seen this person smile at all. Really?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I like to bring light into a room, even if it's like tough times, because no one likes to sit in the sadness sometimes. I also just listen good. I'm not much of a talker.
Yeah. Listening is a fascinating. I don't know. I've got a weird relationship with listening. I like to lead with listening and let people tell me who they are and what they're all about. Um, but um, I I I also have interesting things to say. I don't ever want to dominate a conversation. Like there are a lot of times during this recording where I'm like, okay, let me shut up. Let them talk. But then also I want to say something.
Well, yeah,
So
you have
yeah.
more to say about this than we do.
Yeah, but I also just don't want it to be like a TED talk.
A Grayson
You
only
know?
like.
Yeah, like I don't think there's ever been an experience like that. Not that anybody's told me about, but I definitely try to be conscious of the ratio of talking to listening.
Mm.
So so yeah, I think listening is an underrated skill and commitment craft.
Yeah, not just listening, but really listening.
Yeah.
And
What did you
understanding
say?
what someone's saying. What? I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's yeah. Well, okay, I think kindness and code switching for the purpose of making people feel seen and comfortable, and listening, those are very good things to be known for. Um, so good on you guys. Would you recommend Sinners to a churchgoer, a person who believes, person
Definitely, yeah.
of the Lord? Why?
Of the Lord.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I feel like everyone mainly believes in God, right? So it's like it's not out of the norm for them to indulge in something that's supernatural or anti-religious. It's probably a better word for that. You know?
Non-spiritual.
Yeah, non-spiritual. I know there are some parents who don't let their kids watch like things that are supernatural because of the undertones and everything, but it's like
Yeah.
Sinners doesn't even delve into anything too religious, I don't believe. Besides the fact that it's like, he's son of a preacher.
Yeah.
And but you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe that Sinners has much.
Well, I would argue Sinners really there's a separation within the historical context of like Sammy's father is a preacher, you
Yeah,
know, um and that's an element of the conformity because the white man imparted Christianity on their slaves, so that's sort of they had no connection to their roots and their beliefs, their culture, except throughout what could have been preserved throughout all of the chaos, and which is why you also have Annie, who has sort of like her, I don't know what the proper term for it is, but definitely it's a more spiritual practice that Annie has, um doing her blessings and rituals and her knowledge in that subject. So that's element of tradition and non-conformity.
yeah,
So I think there's a subtle, not necessarily a spit in the face of Christianity or religious practices necessarily, but more of like this is something that you're only a part of because somebody influenced you, and not because this is 100% your culture. And I guess implying that there's an importance of tradition and spirituality, tradition within spirituality. I could be completely wrong about that, but I guess that's my argument.
I think it's a good argument.
Um, I I feel like it depends because I know there's so many religions and different people believe in different things.
Hmm.
If I'm thinking like my mom's Jehovah's Witness,
Hmm.
Oh,
I would
you're
tell her to
Jehovah's?
watch it. I would tell her to watch it.
Yeah.
Um, she'd have
Really?
words, but I I would I would probably tell her to watch it out of, well, uh, opposed to my grandmother, who's an old Christian woman.
Yeah.
Because I know my grandmother would not be down for the practices that
Yeah.
Annie participated in and the whole vampires thing.
Yeah.
Um,
At
and then I
what
think
point do you
about,
think you would start like having
hmm?
these thoughts about it?
I was talking to my mom about that today. I was like, because I told her it was like podcast about sinners. She was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing then."
You think the name would frighten her alone?
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah. Uh,
probably.
I've recommended Sinners to just about everybody I know.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I don't know. There are a couple people I'm like, you're not gonna love the nasty that happens.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
um,
that. Didn't even think about that. Oh my
no, that's
goodness.
kind of like the one thing. I feel like Sinners is an important movie to watch, regardless of what denomination you belong to,
Yeah.
or what you believe. I think that the overarching message is about is more human than anything else, and why it's important to let people know they are, um and be wary of those who want to take what's special about you away.
Yeah.
um it's really I guess the biggest obstacle is, you know sex in general is a very taboo subject, and when it's in film, because there's also a whole sex film industry, which is very different. Um,
Very different.
there's a whole it's a thing. it's a thing. So it's like there are people I'm like, oh yeah, you'd really get down with this aspect of this movie. You'd really appreciate what they did here, what they did that, and then it comes down to the oh yeah, that's right. I just want to taste you. So there's that aspect that's like okay, maybe I should hold off. I think I agree with what you both have to say. Like it's the acknowledgement of it's not going to be for everybody, but um but yeah, it's a really cool film that people would enjoy if they would allow themselves to get past certain aspects of said film.
Yeah, that's more of a deeper comment for me too, where it's like I don't think someone should get to spend their whole life offended by something where they should
Mhm.
like ignore how good something is just because of one message.
Yeah, 100%. Do you have any thoughts you want to express before we call it for tonight?
Miles Keaton is so fine,
Yeah,
and it's reasonable to say that he's my celebrity crush, and very reasonable because he is also exactly my age.
understandable. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Um, I don't know. It's just there's so much to say about this movie because it's not only like a film. It's way more than that. It's for me. It's like an experience into the world.
Yeah, totally.
Um, you could talk about hours of like how each character, what they mean to each other. Like going on what I said earlier, like the
Mhm.
relations between characters are insane,
Yeah.
and it really upsets me that they don't go into deeper backstories about some characters. Like
Mhm.
why is Mary there? Like what did she do with them
Mhm.
like before?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll
Would
actually
you
get that.
want a sequel, or do you think it should
Uh,
be a standalone project?
that's such a great question because it ties into what I was just about to say. Is that Sinners is getting a sequel.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. Ryan Coogler, the director, has no involvement as of right now, anyway, with said sequel. But it's in the works, and I think that Sinners was a complete story. We don't need to see these characters again. Open up the box and try and reconstruct a thesis, the one that we got. Because this one, like you said, it was an experience. It was something that works on so many different levels. That if you even tried to attempt to replicate it, I there's no possible way in my mind that it would work. So I think in terms of a sequel, no, I think it should be a standalone. We had a great time with. There was a lot to take from it. We should pick apart this timeless piece of media for all of time. How do you feel about it? About a sequel?
I would not want one.
Yeah.
My voice might be cutting out a little bit, but um, as much as I want my question to be answered, I don't think. I think it's good that it left off on such an ending. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it ties perfectly. Because you see the future with Preacher Boy or Sammy, you know, with
Yeah.
Mary and Stack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've kind of adjusted to the times, living,
Mm-hmm.
and like you don't
Conformed
really,
rather.
yeah, exactly. You don't need to really see anyone else. Not any, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's well put. How do you feel about it, Zaina?
I have unanswered questions. Like,
Okay.
I want to know what happened to Lisa. She lost both her parents, no explanation.
Mm,
Meaning, I mean, there's a chance they probably covered up with the clan people showing up and then
mhm.
them also just being dead.
Yeah.
Um, Perline's husband, Mary's husband, um, Sammy's siblings and his parents, all
Mhm.
those extra people. Like, what's going on over there? Cornbread's wife. Like, I want to know. I want to know what happened to them. Did they get
Sure.
rectified? Or sorry, taken? Turned?
I suppose with Stack and Mary on the loose um for the vast majority of the century, a lot of people were rectified or turned. Um,
Yeah.
and who knows? Maybe that's the focus of Sinners too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think the questions that both of you posed for what's happening within this universe are very valid. Um,
That's-
but I would challenge the need for a sequel by saying that for all intents and purposes, I feel like the pieces are in front of you, and your imagination on what happened is more fulfilling than the, I guess, Sinners 2, the search for more money.
Mhm.
Um, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me on this sinful adventure.
Ha
Wow.
ha ha ha.
That
Get
was
out.
good.
Yeah, we'll have to do a podcast on that one too. But yeah, yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I'd love to have you guys back for Sinners 2 whenever
Never.
that happens.
Oh my god. Hopefully never.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, we
I
never
hope he
have to
gets
talk about that.
canceled.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, with everything that's happening with Warner Bros., that's where people are different companies are trying to take over Warner Bros.
Take over the world.
I guess we'll see. Um,
It's definitely
yeah,
gonna be a sequel though. After winning all those Oscars.
Only
yeah.
4.
Oh Lord.
Okay, 4 is a lot.
Yeah,
4.
but they could have. I don't think Golden should have won over I Lied to You. I like
I
K-pop
Really?
Demon Hunters. I
Yeah.
do.
I like Golden more than I lied to you.
I don't
Okay.
know. Something about I Lied to You is just. Mm.
Well,
That's a hot
I
take. That's a really
I
hot
will
take for
argue.
me.
I'll argue that what makes so impactful are the visuals, and that's why Sinners won Best Cinematography. So yes,
Okay.
I Lied to You is a good song, but it's made an even better song because of the surrealist montage
Mm-hmm.
of sorts.
I think the message of I lied to you is a lot more impactful than Golden. I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mhm.
everything like beats Golden, but I like how Golden sounds more.
Totally valid.
Like
What film was Golden in?
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Mm.
Oh, okay. All
It's
right.
like this whole thing. That was this whole movie. There was a message. It was just nice songs.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair. I didn't see it looked really interesting though.
You
K-pop
didn't
music.
watch it?
Mm-mm,
Oh,
no. I mean, I knew it was like it was a like a big success when it came out. But I was just like I just never got it. I feel bad. I haven't seen One Battle After Another. We were gonna we were gonna see it a couple days ago, weren't we,
We were
Zaina?
gonna watch it today. No,
We are gonna watch it
we were
today.
gonna watch it. Where was that last night? We were gonna watch it. We were, we were gonna watch it last night or today.
Yeah. No. It was before the Oscars. I wanted to see it before.
we wanted to watch all of the nominations
Yeah, we
before
both
the
knew that wasn't
Oscars.
gonna happen. That was not
Yeah.
gonna happen. But yeah, no, I actually, Tommy Joe came in while we were talking, and he and my mom were watching one battle after another, and he told me that it's really good. He doesn't know if it's Best Picture good, but he did say that it was pretty apparent that Best Picture was a coin toss for either Sinners or One Battle After Another. I guess I'll have to see what he meant by that.
Yes, watching the Oscars after this.
Yeah. All right. Well, I suppose we should call it a night, film fellas. Thank you, Milady. Thank you, Zaina. Thank you, Royal, for joining me. And we
You're
should
so
do this
welcome.
again.
Never.
Never. Okay. Yeah.
Can't work in these conditions.
Yeah. Well, get in line. Me too, sister.
Now we cousins.
No, cousins. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll edit this at some point. Yeah. All right. So long. Take care. I
Bye,
bid thee
Craig.
good day.
Goodbye.
Bye, Craig.